Hi, I'm Julie Reisler. If we are new with one another, then it's awesome to meet you. I'm so excited you're here. I am back doing my intuitive guidance for the month of October 2022. So, what I'm going to share with you is both about the moon, the full moon, and the new moon, a little bit about the energies, what to expect. I'm also going to be pulling two cards. I have a deck of cards here that I'll be pulling to get some of our two intentions for this month. And then I'm going to let my intuition run wild and just see whatever else comes up. I love to leave space for that. And I encourage you to do the same. To First of all, see if what I'm saying resonates. Tune into your body. Are you feeling aligned? Do you feel like you're leaning in or away? And of course, as always, if something I say does not resonate, please take what you like and discard the rest, as always. So happy you're here for this October 2022 month of intuitive guidance. And we're just going to dive right in. I want to talk about the full moon and the new moon. We are now in this time of fall, which for those of you who've studied anything around Chinese medicine and the five elements, this season is all about releasing and letting go. The element that is connected to the fall is metal. And so just notice if, for me, I like to keep things around me that have metal. Especially as it relates to the season, I like to have those elements nearby. So you might notice putting, items that have metal, copper, silver, gold, other metals like that are around you, just to be surrounded by and being in concert with and harmony with nature and the season. So fall is really, it's a time, especially right now, of releasing, of letting go what's not serving you. You're going to see that, of course, for those in the Northern Hemisphere, you'll see that with the trees letting go of their leaves. And one thing I want to remind you, this is already coming to me right now, something to really remember. I know as a as someone that can often be in that lane of overachieving and striving and pushing and wanting to make things happen, just notice how Mother Nature is sharing her secrets with us. Meaning, notice when a leaf falls off of a tree, it doesn't strive or push or like make itself come off the branch. It just releases. It's like it lets go. It's let go of without any striving. It just happens with ease, with faith, with complete surrender. It just happens. So how might you and I be more like that, more in tune with the natural rhythms, with the leaves that are falling, that are releasing? How can we do that? And a question to ask yourself right now would be, what needs to be released in my life? What am I ready to release? So when I say what needs to be released, I'm talking about everything from habits, behaviors, routines, thoughts, beliefs. It might also mean people. Sometimes we have people, bless them, that can be, not as high vibe, that can be a little toxic. So I really encourage you to do a releasing inventory. What are you ready and needing to release? If you're not sure, here's a great way to do that. First of all, tune into your body wisdom. Ask yourself, notice your body. Does it feel like, letting go maybe of some of the clothing you have and then donating them? Other items, things in your home that don't fit you anymore, that don't fit you energetically, that don't fit you literally. So ask yourself, notice your body reaction. We have a natural inclination when something is aligned and feels good. We typically lean forward or lean in. When it doesn't, we typically lean away. It's a great little hack that you can use. Notice your own body. Do you feel warm? Do you feel cold? Like, get in tune with what works for you. But this is important because this month is, and this season is all about releasing and letting go so that we can, again, following the beauty and the brilliance of nature, we can allow ourselves to become calm and present and go inwards before we start adding the new seeds that we want to manifest in our life. So really important to prune, to get rid of, to let go of, to release what isn't serving you. You might even bring in, I'll just share, it's coming to mind right now. I have my metal bowl. And sometimes what I'll do, I've done workshops, and some of you have probably been in them. I've said, okay, put what you want to release in this metal bowl. This is a great, it's a great tool, and it's obviously the element of metal. So it could be you finding some sort of metal bowl nearby. Maybe you write some of the things that you would like to release and put them in the bowl. It's a great way to make a ritual out of what's really in natural concert with this time. So getting to the full moon is actually going to be happening first on October 9th. And again, I know I'm talking to those in the Northern Hemisphere. For those that are in Australia and the other side, it's going to be not fall, but spring. So for most that are watching, this will be a time of releasing. Now, if you're on the other side of the world, you still might want to ask. It's a great idea just to continuously ask yourself and purge things that don't have meaning, that don't feel joyful, or that don't bring love, or don't spark that sense of excitement. So you could still use these questions as well. That full moon is happening on October 9th, and it is also known as the blood moon. It is all about relationships. This month has a lot to do with relationships. And the sign actually associated with the full moon in this October is Aries. Aries is a fire sign. And so fire tends to, when it picks up, it can be, it can really have a lot of energy. We actually want to stoke the fire and to try to keep it a little more contained and try and slow down a little bit. So if you're a fire sign, hello, I'm a fire sign and my moon is in Aries. So yes, I know what it means, the importance of slowing down. We want to, rather than let that fire go wild, we want to stoke it and allow it to slow down and to have a nice illumination, nice heat and warmth, which of course, as it gets colder, is lovely to tune into that energy of fire. Okay, the new moon is going to be coming towards the end of the month, and that's going to be on October 25th. Now, the sign associated with this new moon is Scorpio. Scorpio is a water sign. Scorpio is all about feelings and emotions. Those that are Scorpio, I'm almost Scorpio. I'm on the cusp of Sagittarius. I have a sister Scorpio, but I do have Scorpio in my chart. And what I can tell you is those that if you're a Scorpio, you probably know, highly intuitive, psychic abilities, very sensitive, very eager to connect at a deep level, right? So that like surface level chit chat, not so much. This is a sign that is all about depth. And so, when you think about the creature associated, I was going to say the little logo or branding, I'm forgetting the word, but you know what I mean? The astrological sign that goes with Scorpio is a Scorpio. The evolved version of a Scorpio, so somebody who's done a lot of inner work. I'm guessing if you're watching, you do inner work and you're doing that work to really have more self-awareness and be your best self. The evolved, the higher consciousness version of that is the phoenix rising out of the ashes, the phoenix rising out of the fire. So just so you know that's kind of that evolved version. And that's really, when you show up and you go through your emotions and you don't avoid them and you sit with them and you slow down and you're really going in depth with relationship with others. But I want to say it's also about getting into depth of a relationship with yourself, sitting with those feelings, with those emotions, not running from them. We often see a lot of times those with Scorpio tend to have a lot of connection to addiction. You can find addiction in every one of the 12 signs, but I know that can be often a way to escape those deep emotions and those intense feelings. So the goal of this new moon, and the new moon is all about a reset. So the goal is for you to really sit down, to be with yourself, to be with your emotions, to dive into your feelings, not to avoid them, to journal with them, to ask what gifts do they have, what messages do they have, and to do this with friends and others, right? So it's not about surface level conversations. And of course, bringing in that depth of intuition. So trusting your inner wisdom and your inner guidance. I'm also hearing to talk about, asking for signs, asking the universe for signs. I get them all the time. I've started tracking them. It's so helpful because it can really give you that reminder, like, oh yeah, right, I'm not alone. There's like this loving intelligence in the universe. There are those, your angels, your ancestors, those around you that are just here to support you. Ask for signs and make them clear and make them abstract. Make them maybe a little bit obscure so that when you see that sign that it's, oh yeah, my gosh, I am not alone. I've had this happen so many times. I mean, it literally brings chills to my body, and you can do this too. And I recommend tracking it. All right, my friend, we're going to do a quick card pull. I'm going to just shuffle. These are my You-est intention cards, and I've actually updated them. So number one, the lettering is larger because I know it was a little hard to read the first round. I love these cards. I really feel like they came through me. I channeled these about 6 years ago, and I use these often for myself, almost daily, to set intentions. So these are going to be our 2 cards for the month. Let's see what we got for October. All right. I think I still need reading glasses, even though they're bigger. Oh, I love it. Nice. Okay. So great. These are great cards for this month. So the first one I chose and that I'm looking at is fun. See if I can show it to you so you can see it. Fun. This is so important, especially for those of us who tend to be a little bit on the over serious side and get into that lane of achievement and productivity, and you've got to get things done. We've got to remember to bring fun. Really important. This is a time of releasing. It's also a time to go within and to connect with others. Relationships came up for both the full moon and the new moon, the importance of relationships. So making sure you're having fun with yourself and with others. So the intention, life is meant to be fun. I allow myself to let go, to look for ways to add in some fun and not take life so seriously. I'm excited to have more fun today. So here's some questions to ask your You-est you. When did I last experience something fun in my life? How can I add more of that or other fun experiences to my day? What limiting beliefs around fun am I willing to let go of? I would love to hear your thoughts. You can always respond here, right down in YouTube and in the comments. And I will just say, please share this with anyone you think this would be beneficial for. Please share it. And of course, if you haven't yet subscribed, I invite you to do that. And so you can get all of the intuitive guidance that comes. All right, my friend, on to number 2. This is really in tune also with the new moon and the full moon energy. And the word is ease. Ease. The intention is I allow my life to be full of ease and flow. As I create a sense of ease in all that I do, I inspire others around me to be at ease. Ask your You-est you, what are ways to ease my mind, body, and soul today? How do I feel when I'm at ease, and how can I cultivate this throughout the day, no matter what else is happening? This relates very much to the metaphor, not so much the metaphor, but what I shared is the example with the tree, where it's letting go of its leaves, it's just shedding, and it's happening with ease. How can you and I be in that place of surrender, of faith, of trust? That's really the bottom, the important thing to remember, because to have ease, we've got to trust that all is well. We've got to have faith that we're on the right path, that it's okay to take time off. It's okay to relax, to have some ease. So ease is important. It's also great for your health. It's great for your nervous system. It's great for your tampering the stress response. So I'm really getting, gosh, this is so great. And I'll show you the card so you can see it. There's ease. Fun and ease. I love it. All right, before we end, I'm just going to do a little heart connection so that we can shift into that beautiful heart energy together. And I invite you to just put your hand on your heart. Close your eyes if you're comfortable. And I'm just going to be really tuning into that energy of compassion, of love, forgiveness. These are the qualities of our heart. I'm just going to tune into my heart, and I'm tuning into your heart. And together we can stay in this heart energy. It's just slowing your breathing, shoulders down. I'm actually going to tune into that. I'm being guided to talk about forgiveness. So I'm going to encourage you to just really come into your heart and just notice if there's anything that comes up. Maybe it's another person, maybe it's yourself, something that you're really ready to forgive. And even if you're not ready to forgive, what's more important to you than being right or holding on to a grievance is to feel good, to have that ease, to be in that space of calm and grounded connection. So maybe even just saying, I'm willing to be willing to forgive. And often it's with ourselves. So I'm just going to invite you to really think about, what is it you would like to forgive yourself for? Or what would you feel ready to forgive someone else for? And I'm going to invite you to just picture that, whatever that might be. Maybe it's being really crappy to yourself. Maybe it's calling yourself like mean names, or, someone did something, maybe your partner did something that really upset you and you're just really ready to forgive them. Start again, to release. I'm going to invite you to imagine there's a bonfire in front of you. And if we were all together sitting in a circle, there'd be a beautiful bonfire. And we're just going to imagine we take a leaf, and this is going to symbolize whatever it is you're releasing to let go of, that you're going to be putting into the fire, and it's going to symbolize that forgiveness. So together, we're going to just take that leaf, put it into the fire, and let it go. And notice how it feels to let whatever it was you were holding on to, let it go. Maybe pick another leaf and do it again. You can also come back to this video, and do it as many times as you like and need. And just thanking yourself, your heart, your body, your mind, your spirit, the divine, for being here together, all of us, being with you, being in this space, and then slowly opening your eyes. Notice how you feel. And my recommendation is to do a little journaling. What are you willing to forgive of yourself and of others? And journaling about how it feels to release that feeling of maybe anger, frustration, sadness, upset, whatever it is. And I would love to hear if you're willing to share, what did you release? What are you forgiving yourself for? What are you forgiving somebody else for? Please come on over to this video, share your thoughts. I'd love to hear. I respond to everybody as much as I can. And I just want to thank you for being here with me for this intuitive guidance message for October 2022. If you haven't already taken my intuitive quiz, this is amazing. It's a fun quiz to find out your exact intuitive type. It's going to help you to understand your own intuition better. It's going to help you to really hone in on your superpower. There's a video, there's a little cheat sheet that's going to help you with what you can do to nurture your intuitive type. You'll be one of the 4 types. We all have one dominant way of intuiting information. So to do that, just go to my website, juliereisler.com, and you'll notice there's a couple places where you can take that quiz. Let me know below. Are you a volume? Are you a visceral? I don't know. Let me know. Are you a visionary? I won't give them all away, but I hope to hear from you. And I would love to know what your biggest takeaway was, how your October and fall and releasing and letting go is going. And as always, honored to be on this path with you, my friend. Honoring you, your You-est you, always. From my heart to yours, namaste. Mwah.